Everyone, welcome to another pick a card reading. There are no objects or cards here, just 4 piles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Timestamps are below for the question. Then and now, how did your family see you then? How does your family see you now, right? So pick a number. I'll see you on the other side. Hi, pile 1. We're going to do this then and now reading, like I promised. How did your family see you then? How do they see you now? We're going to grab 5 cards here for how they saw you then, alright? Let's go. Pile 1. How did Pile 1's family see them then? Whatever the then means to you. Let's see. Pile 1. How did your family see you then? Five of Wands, 8 of Cups, 8 of Wands, 2 of Wands, the Moon. The King of Cups on the bottom, Ace of Cups. Okay, I see that your family is pretty dramatic. They felt like you fought a lot. Maybe when you were a kid, you were very high energy, and they assumed that you would be lovesick about something. I see that your family was really well off compared to the other parts of the family. Excuse me. They used to stalk you, and they knew that you travel a lot. Like you and your family. Maybe they traveled every year or every other year, living the American dream pretty much. If you're American out there. They are really jealous. Your family was really jealous of you in some ways. You may have had great dreams to be very educated one day. I'm seeing you do now possess a lot of things. Some of you are in law. Some of you are in high positions. You finished even your post-grad. Some of you are in post-grad right now. I think a lot of you have instincts to also learn beyond whatever you're formally educated in. Okay, I see that they stalked you. You were in a lot of relationships. People always gossiped about your marriage. Like they thought, when you're younger, they're like, oh, this one is definitely going to get married. Like, they started imagining your marriage already because you're an attractive cousin or an attractive family member. They feel like you're very fiery. You may be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Or water sign, Cancer, Pisces. Scorpio, but I'm seeing Cancer, Pisces here. Okay, you used to post a lot of different things, melancholy things, so they judged you maybe not knowing your way. Maybe they thought you were very lonely. You were very talkative when you were young. Like, you were very expressive and honest to them. You communicated with them a lot. I'm seeing you stayed closer to your family when you were younger, but they always had vibes that you would leave or they abandoned you after a while. As you grew older and older, you started to see that their emotionally unavailable side, and you kind of distanced yourself from your family. You felt like they're not an honest crowd, okay? And how they saw you is that maybe you were in a lot of breakups, or that you were very argumentative. You fought as you aged. You fought a lot of people. They're worried about being lied to by you, so they lied to you first, and they feel like maybe you abused alcohol, that you need healing. They hoped that you would go to church, something like that. They also see that you still have a nice home. They feel like you're lucky. Like they think that you were lucky. You're just born. Oh, of course Muhib wants to go. His family is rich. Oh, of course he gets to go. Of course you're going on a trip. Of course you're gonna be successful. Your dad is your dad. Your mom is your mom. Of course. So it's not because he's good. It's not because he's smart. It's because his dad is rich. It's not because he's smart. It's not because he's hardworking. It's not because she's special, alright? He's just lucky. This is what they thought of you then, okay? Motherfuckers. Let's see what you got now, right? Pile 1. How did they see you now? How does your family see you now? The Star, the World, the Knight of Wands, the Sun, the Temperance, 5 of Swords on the bottom. Okay, these people are still competing with you. They see you as a very healed individual now. You're a very successful adult now. You may be still single, and they're judging that also. That oh, you're putting off marriage now. Like, they're saying that now. Like, oh, you're so successful now, so you're gone playing around now. But you're very happy. You actually think about children right now. You're contemplating having children. But they see you very happy and single. They think that you're single to be happy. But I actually see that you're a very balanced individual. You're very busy as well. You've reduced addictions. If you indulge, you've reduced that. You found joy outside of impulsive activities. But they assume that you still have an impulsive side. Some of your family members wishing bad on you. They're wishing that you go down. They're wishing that you get poor. They're wishing that you get lied to. I'm saying your life is very honest though. The star, the world, the sun, the temperance. You are fucking balanced. Major arcana signifying that you are sublimely in a better position than they thought you'd be. Straight up. They're still like competing and hating and waiting for your downfall. They're Page of Swords to the Five of Pentacles. Look at this. They want to see you go down like that. You know what I mean? They want to see you down and out. They want to see you homeless. Some of them want to see you homeless. They want to see you ask for help really badly. And there are more than 3 of them. There are 4 of them, really. 4 family members. 4 different family members. Wow. They want to see you, need help. They want to see you work. They think they have to work. They think you don't work for anything. I see you work for everything, by the way. I see that the people in your personal life know that you work for everything. But your family doesn't know that. They just judge you on social media and they think that you're lucky again still. But they know that. They know, right? That you genuinely are happy. And they're trying to say, oh, it's because you're living your single life. It's more than that. I'm seeing you're doing something that fulfills you. You're also learning something that fulfills you. You feel yourself growing every day. That's why you're happy. These motherfuckers are thinking something different. They're thinking that, oh, he's always been lucky. He's always very lucky. That's what they're discrediting you. They notice that your smile is genuine, but they're discrediting you. They're hoping that it comes to an end. I'm seeing it won't. I'm seeing that this pains you, but you will always get the just card at the stage. You were fair back then when you were a kid, and you're also fair now, so they can't touch you. You always get new ideas, and you're not tied down by their curses. You're free. You're a free person, and they aren't, and they're jealous that you're healed and healing even more. You're also traveling right now too. Even now you were traveling then, you are traveling now. They're fucking sick of it, bro. Alright, this has been your reading. I love you. I'll see you guys on the next one, right? Bye. Pile 2, this is going to be your reading here for how did your family see it then? And how do they see it now? Alright, so let's get right into it. Let's go. How did they see my pile 2 then? Your family seen you as very stable back then, but unapproachable. Something about you made you very unapproachable here. I feel like maybe they break your rules when they come around, like back then, so they saw you as really mean, like a bitch. They called you that. Maybe there was a big fight in your past. There was a fight that really got to you, and that was like maybe the first time they called you bitch, right? For some reason, for some of you, I'm seeing that. They accused you of being sneaky back then, and you were not. You were very honest and straightforward, and they mix your words and they fight to other people, and they made other people, like they conspired other people to treat you bad. They completely made a story up, like your family. I'm getting a story, right? Where your family made a complete lie about you to corrupt other family members towards you. This left you very alienated. How they think about you then, though, they always knew you had luck. Like, you had a very good luck. You succeed in your goals. And you knew how to stay alone. You managed your self-respect more than giving to these people. So they felt very threatened. Yeah? How to? You're very keen to their tricks early on. You were very someone self-focused. So in that sincerity and self-respect and focus, it was easy for you to see, despite if they're family or not. It was easy for you to see who doesn't want your best interest. So you were never very confused about people's behavior. You were someone very political from a very young age. You understood energetic exchange. You understand, oh, this guy's not being good to me for the right reason, or this cousin is the one who's gonna set me up. Like, you had this idea, right? You knew who was what before they even opened their mouth. Somehow you knew. You were like very psychic when you were young. Very psychic. And since you had these gut feelings, right? You were quick to fight. But it was in self-defense. I see that clear from the cards. You were just quick to fight because you knew who deserved your worst. Right away. And you didn't mince words. You didn't play nice. You just got right up their ass and was like, all right, look, you don't come back to my house anymore. You would just say it right away. Like, I don't want to see you here anymore. Just don't come back. Or like, why did I even call you here? Like, you would say this right to them. Without even giving a second chance, you would say it. And these people had a grudge on you for that, but no one could mess with you. I see you're very highly educated too. Or if you're not in school, you're very hardworking. You've been working from a young age. And you've developed a lot of talents that are even worth more than school. You're someone who has you have trades, and you also have hobbies that pay you. You're also someone very sexually attractive. You may have had a lot of relationships. Maybe that's something that your family talks about at Thanksgiving. Like, oh yeah, you had this, you had that. Or like, where's that guy? Was this? They're like people that are old news. People talk about your past a lot. Your family talks about your past a lot. They don't want to talk about the new stuff you're doing now or the new moves you're making now. They're afraid. They're afraid of you getting more and more fame. I see you may be in the public eye, right? I don't see one of those cards here, except Six of Wands, but I had a feeling, right, with Four of Pentacles and Six of Wands, it's like they're worried about you getting more famous. Take that for what you want, right? So this is how they saw you then. Let's see how they see you now, right? I'm like, why do people worry about you getting famous? Isn't fame your cross to bear? What does you getting famous have to do with them? I think maybe people around them would be like, oh look, your brother's doing this, or your sister's doing this. Why can't you do that? I think they have like family members like that. Okay, that's what they thought of you then. Pile 2, what do they think of you now? Family. Pile 2, what do they think of you now? What they think of you. Alright. Seven of Wands. You'll still cut their ass. Queen of Wands. Hey, you're looking very beautiful right now. The Hermit. You still want to be alone. The Tower. You're ready to beat people's ass. And the Fool. They feel like you are embracing the future. You're not scared to fight. You're not scared to argue. You're not scared to shout. You're still all the same aggressive qualities of you. They still think so, but they're appreciating your new form. They know that you've developed yourself to a higher level of attractiveness and value, and you're stronger than them. But they also see you as a loner still. Like, they see you as a serious loner, and they feel like you may be getting a new car, by the way, or they're talking about your car. How they see you now is that you're going to beat any situation. They see you as you're not scared of the future now. They see you as bossy a little bit, but they know that you have the right to be bossy now. They see you in a very powerful energy now. Even more powerful than before. And they just feel like leaving you alone because they know that you're out there gaining a lot of knowledge. Maybe they feel very intimidated by not only your conversation, but they're also intimidated of all the other stuff, you know. Maybe they know you're into witchy stuff. They know that you research astrology or the occult. Now they're even more they're a little pissed about that. They're worried about you scamming or being scammed. They're worried about you exposing their lies. I see you know a lot of different things about them, and you haven't made a move yet to crush them, but somehow they know you can crush them anytime you want now. And they're respecting that space between you guys. So I feel like they don't visit you anymore, or they make excuses not to visit you anymore, but they know now that you'll really cut them up, man. You are moving up. They know that you're moving up. You had a serious time alone. Maybe your last breakup was really bad. They may be gossiping about that a little bit. But I do see that they know that you're fearless of the future now. You don't have any worries. And they're pissed at you because you never needed their help. I'm seeing you never asked them for help at all. You were very giving when you were young too, but you never asked for their help ever back once. And these are a family that how the way they were raised was that everyone helps each other. Oh, you're just so proud of yourself. You don't want to help us. Like, they give you this kind of bullshit, victimhood bullshit, and like you don't stay around for that to listen to that. Like, you're more geared towards wealth and your own life. You're not self-centered in a bad way, yeah? You're self-centered in a right way, in a disciplined way. You don't get into dramas. They bring the drama to you, and you weren't having that. Even from a young age, you weren't having that BS. Okay? So, Pile 2, that's the reading I'm seeing here. They're respecting your space because they know you'll kill them. Like, they know you'll kick their ass. You'll cut their ass. You don't give a shit. You're only worried about the future, and you're very good at that. They're worried about... They need to defend themselves from you. They feel like they need to also continue that lying politics. They're just going to talk on the sidelines. They're not going to really interfere in your life. I see you're moved far away from them anyway, and you're leveling up. All right? Level up. I'll see you guys later. Pile 2, I love you. Right? Bye. Pile 3, this is going to be your reading here for then and now, family members. All right? How did they see you then? How do they see you now? Whatever then means. Let's see. Pile 3. Pile 3. How do they see you then? 9 of Wands, 4 of Wands, King of Swords, the World, 3 of Swords, Knight of Wands. They always saw you as someone that would leave them. Maybe you had a lot of issues growing up when it came to emotions. Maybe you used to vent your emotions to your family. They would use this against you, or they would use it as an excuse to get away from you. They blamed you for your own problems, even though you were just talking to them because they were family. But these people were very logical in how they hurt you. I'm seeing you may have had people be very mean to you and authoritarian towards you. And they were threatened by your intelligence. I see you had big dreams from a young age, and you went to pursue those dreams. You're a boss now in some way. You have a lot of knowledge, and you have a lot of money-making moves that intimidate them. You broke their heart when you were little. Somehow when you were little, you broke their heart in some way. You had a lot of people trying to suppress your greatness then. Especially like every type of family member. I was thinking every type of family member had something to say. Like if you would tell them an idea, right? They come up with 5 reasons why your idea is stupid, why your idea is not good. Oh, that's what you think? That's dumb. Like they shoot it down right away. The how ignorant they are is that they don't even process your idea. They just came to bully you. You have a lot of idiots in your family. Pardon my French. They're really stupid fucks, okay? I don't like them. Like, I just see this one thing, I don't like them. Alright? These people would make fun of your emotions in some way. You feel very alone. Even there is like 9 people around you, but they all have like this karmic energy, like they all push your buttons, but there's no value. You know, when you're with mentors or with a focus group or a workshop, the mutual respect there is actually helping you get more discipline too. But when you're around toxic motherfuckers, even though their words don't have value, there are criticisms that have a value, and then there are criticisms that are just emotional in nature. It's really just people trying to like slap their dick on your dick, like some gay shit like that. Like what I'm talking about, right? Is like they want to outshine you, no matter what. Like they just want to outshine you. They gotta outshine you. You said something, now I'm gonna say something. Like, you know, like what does that shirt say? A wise person talks because he has something to say. A fool talks because he has to say something. Everything doesn't need a rebuttal or an agreement or a disagreement. Just let the guy talk, right? Let's see what he says. These people are not like that. These are not patient people. I feel like they talk down when they don't have a right to talk down yet. To them, age is enough to talk down to somebody. Or they'll tell you an idea, but they don't have an idea, but they'll tell you your idea is stupid. Like, I hate this kind of people, man. You could question the idea. That's not a problem, you know? As long as nobody has an ego, we can keep developing. I mean, everyone has ego, but what I mean to say is, if we come from a mutual place of respect, we can develop the idea together, you fucking moron. Instead of just shooting down my idea, why don't you just question it, and I can answer you, and I can question your question, and you can question a question, and that's how you can make the $1 million idea. But these dumb, like, I assume they're poor, alright? These poor people, these impoverished family members of you, don't understand that the crab in the bucket mentality keeps you all poor. They're not team players, and I see you've had to walk away from them. You ran, you didn't walk. I'm saying with the Knight of Wands, you didn't walk, you ran. So you ran away from these people. You knew they were toxic. They were just in the business of breaking your heart. They saw you as the runt, you know, sorry to say, but they saw you as the runt, and even if you weren't the runt, they tried to make you believe that of yourself, so that you give yourself less, so that you think for yourself less. They wanted to break down your thinking and make you graduate to their level. This is how, like, self-centered in their stupidity that your family members were. Give me 1 second, guys. So that's how they saw you then. This is how they see you now, right? Pile 3. How do they see them now? Let's see. How do they see my pile 3 now? Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, the Justice, Chariot, the Six of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. Okay, they see you as an artist now. They're stalking the hell out of your page to find out if there are any troubles you're going through. They want to know any and every type of grief you're dealing with. You have Justice. You're in the exact situation they thought you'd never be. They tell you that'll never happen. For you, no way. Like, they would say this shit to you, right? They are feeling very excommunicated out of your life. They miss you in some way. They miss bullying you. They miss those days when you were weak or weaker. You were never weak, but you were weaker, right? And they're hating this. You have a new car, or you're planning on your new car already. You have a strategy of how to get it also, so it's not just a dream. And I'm seeing maybe you've also went on a road trip recently and you're back. They're seeing you as completely independent. They're seeing you as someone very smart, fair. People, they see that you have the respect of others. You don't need their respect. You have your own. Whoa. Look at you. They know that you know people from other countries, other states. Like, you're someone who's been, you know, well-traveled. You've been around. Like, you know your way around the block. You know your way around the country also. And they know that you took something from those experiences. You didn't just go there to have fun. you had some real work over there. You've had some real experience over there. You've lived there. You've even paid taxes there. Like, you've done something like that. You've had your own apartment. You didn't just stay in a hotel, is what I mean, right? Some of them, like, they message you from time to time again, maybe every 2 years, every 3 years. Maybe one is every 7 years they reach out. Like, there's someone who reaches out. They keep pocket watching. They think right now that you have, they don't know how much money you have, but they pocket watch you. They're looking for evidence online and through other means, through other family members they ask. They're feeling very glum. They don't know what to say to you. They feel like you're gonna, like, hurt them in some way. Like, seriously, they feel like you're gonna hurt them in some way. Or that they wonder, when is your revenge coming? Weird, right? They wonder this about you. They wonder when you're gonna visit them. They think more about how much money you have, though. They want to compare themselves to you. They might compare themselves to you in terms of spirituality or finances, education. I'm seeing you're better than them at all of those areas also. I mean, that's what the card is saying. You're better than them at all of those areas. They're looking if you still have addictions, or they want some kind of proof of that, or they feel like you worship the devil. Oh, ooh, you worship the devil. But no, you don't. I'm seeing that you have a lot of love. Love is your main infinite energy. So how can that be the devil, right? You are a creator. They are consumers, plagiarists. They are backstabbers. You are a creator. So you tell me who's closer to God. This is one side, and creation is the other. God is all creation, right? So which side are you on? You're a creator. So I don't know what the fuck they are, but you're closer on this divine side where you are generating your life. They are degenerates. So that's not the same thing, okay? So Pile 3, this has been your reading. They also know that you're a creator now. You make your own art. You make your own objects, your clothes. You make your own clothes. Some of you. Everything about you is unique. It's yourself. It's your own thing. They hate it. They can't be happy for you because they were never happy for you in the first place. And now they're even more sick in their own misery. Their misery is being amplified by every hoop you jump through. Every hoop of fire you're jumping through is making them increase in their disease. They can only watch and learn. Alright, I love you, Pile 3. I'll see you guys later. Pile 4, this is going to be a reading here for how did your family see you then? How do they see you now? Whatever then means to you, alright? Thank you for joining me here today. Let's get right started. My Pile 4. How did they see them then? How did they see them then? Family. Very giving. Let's see. 4 Pentacles, the Moon, Judgment, the Lovers, 7 of Cups, Ace of Swords. They feel like you were very giving, maybe over giving to relationships in the past. Pile 2 can also be your pile here. They feel like you've been hurt a lot. They worry about you a lot. They assumed maybe you come from a damaged home in some way with some kind of poverty complexes. I'm saying it was emotional poverty mostly. Maybe they knew that your parents were hard on you. You had a lot of pressure. Your family assumed that you would always be looking for love, like in a harsh way. But I see you did it from a very genuine space. You did it from a very intuitive and genuine place. You wanted to take everyone serious because you yourself are serious. So you assumed, people are also like that. So I want a boyfriend, I want a girlfriend. and you went out to go get that, and you fell flat on your face like everyone does. They kind of judged you harshly though for it, because see, everyone has a story like that. So why should you be singled out or insulted for it? Everyone has a story like that. So they would use your down and doom and gloom attitude maybe to justify instigating others away from you, right? I've seen you've always been a very spiritual person. They know that you took that serious. A lot of people envied your parents though. They may have known that they were hard on you, but maybe before you were born, a lot of people envied your parents. I'm getting that message for some of you. They envied that how close your parents are. And so people like, maybe their parents are not like that, right? So like your other family's parents, like your aunts and uncles, maybe they don't have genuine love. I mean, they do, but maybe there was like a loveless marriage. It turned into loveless marriges. So they had this bitterness that you seem to have a lot of. I came from a family where my family was very generous with me. There were some emotional disparities, but I had enough comfortable of a life to where I can fall in love. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was more focused on getting a girlfriend than caring about my future at one point, because my future was so set in stone kind of way. Like, I took it for granted. I mean, no one's is, right? But I took my life for granted because I was just so comfortable, right, as a young kid. When my family's finances were really good, right, at that time, it was way better. So I was one of those privileged kids that got to fall in love. Oh, it's easy for you to say. You get to fall in love when you want. That doesn't automatically translate into me getting a girlfriend was easy. It wasn't exactly like that, right? However, though, because I didn't have other pressures missing in my life, I was comfortable enough to focus on luxuries that I didn't need. Like, for example, a relationship is a luxury, right? But if you were really struggling to put food on the table, the last thing you're thinking about is a relationship, right? You're going to think about food. But see, I never had to worry about a meal, so I was out there falling in love, right? Stupid shit like that. And I was falling in love with girls from a little, like, I would say a little less of a social status. So they were more concerned about needs, but I was just following my wants because I was a little distracted. Because when you're comfortable, you just distract yourself. You know what I'm trying to say? I hope I'm making sense. I don't want to go too much on a tangent or talk about my life, but I kind of see your life was similar. You focused on love first because you felt like it was important. And because the other things important were taken care of by your parents, maybe they gave you shit here and there, like, oh, get serious about your life or whatever. But you went to fulfill those emotions that you didn't get at home, outside of the home. And your family knew this about you. But they knew you're a very honest person, but they felt like maybe you're distracted, maybe you're confused. But they didn't have a bad opinion of you, but maybe some family members conspired to stay away from you because maybe that emotional behavior, they assumed, oh, it'll bring bad luck. Maybe you're from a culture like that. Okay, let's see. That's how they thought of you then. They thought you were a hopeless romantic in some ways. And they were really jealous of you because they knew your parents were in love or they loved you. Okay, let's see. How did they think of you now? How does Palafor's family think of them now? Page of Pentacles, Three of Cups, the Hierophant, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Ten of Swords. They feel like you turned your back on them, but in a way where you never did something like that, but they feel like if they approached you now that you would make them not belong. They're intimidated of you. They know that you learned a lot of different things about people. You've had successful relationships and ones also that you broke off. You didn't settle in your life. Like, You're not the hopeless romantic they thought you were. They know that you're making moves to make something committed. You have many options now. A lot of people are offering you things, but you are taking your time with it. I'm seeing you're not in a rush. You know a lot. You've been around the block. You know a lot of how you want to create the life you want. They're seeing you very homely, but they don't know how to enter your life again. They feel like you're always off to the next project, that you don't settle down. Like, you don't settle or settle down. You always have a lot of great ideas. They know this about you now. You're very high status in knowledge. They know that you hang out also with very influential people. You're successful and you hang out with successful people only. So they feel very intimidated by you and your space. They don't know what to tell you anymore because they seen you grow. You're an investor. You know what to invest in. You make good investments, ones that will pay for you for a long time. Some of them hurt your feelings. They know the ones that hurt your feelings. They know that the hatchet still is not buried, so they don't know what to say to you. But they see you having the time of your life. They see you become very strong now. You are someone who has many options. You're not dying for love like before. It's like you fell in love because you were comfortable to do it. It's not that you were dying for love then either. You had so much love to give and receive, and maybe it wasn't even in your home life, so you manifested it outside of you. And now I see that your joy is in your power and your decisions. I'm seeing you make big moves, and you're in love with yourself now. And you have plenty of people that want to date you. But you are just holding your coin, you're waiting for the right choice to make, and you're decorating your home. I'm seeing you've decorated your home. Maybe you're reinventing your home. They know this. They know about this somehow through the grapevine. They want your forgiveness, but they don't ask you for it. They pray that you'll talk to them when you meet them. They silently hope in their heart that you didn't forget them. Like, that's how it is. See, let me explain, right? When they had a little feeling that you were bad luck, they wanted to be like, oh, let's not go to their house. Now that they see that you're good luck, they're like, oh, I hope they think of me. Man, fuck your family, bro. I mean, pardon my French. I know no one likes to hear that, but this is them. And they're like, piggybacking on the fact that, oh, I didn't bully them. I hope they like me still. And to be fair, this was the pile where your family was at least a little less mean towards you, but I still didn't like the energy. But yeah, they're really liking that you've leveled up. And they might surround you to know that. But they're going to always approach you as the immature one. You're not going to look down on them, but they will look at it that way. I see you are, you'd be very kind to them. You'd be very giving. You're not someone vindictive or mean or spiteful, but you know how to leave them hanging if respect is not offered. All right, Pal 4, thank you for joining me here today, guys. Pickupal.com, CHALICES.net. Like the video if you liked it. I'll see you guys later.